Boss Babes, it's your girl Mama Mia here for another Mama Mia's Motivational Monday. You know I'm here to give you some good motivation, to get you through the week, some good tips, some good tricks, to help you to go out there to become the best boss babe that I know that you can be. What we are going to talk about today, my friends, is a good one. Today we're going to talk about those weaknesses that we have, and yes, we all have them, but we're going to talk about how to turn our weaknesses around to actually help empower us. Yes, we can do that. I've done it. I've heard how it was done, and I didn't want to believe it because I was one of those that I was like, oh, I'm going to get strong at this. I'm going to overcome that and try to turn my weaknesses and into help me out and blah, blah, blah. But instead of actually dwelling on that, which is going to go ahead and lead me into tip number one, instead of sitting there focusing on your weakness and what you're not good at, go ahead and delegate that and hand that off to someone who is good at that. For instance, it's not a secret for those who know me. I'm going to tell you a little bit of my business here because you know I like to keep it real. One of my weaknesses is I am not your girl that's really good with attention to detail. If you want somebody to review your paper before you turn it in to check your punctuations out, I'm not the girl to go and ask. If you want somebody to go in the cabinet, this used to happen to me all the time, and my friends that worked with me at the restaurant will tell you, if you want me to go in the back and look for a can of whatever, or a seasoning of whatever, or a cleaning supply of whatever in a closet, I'm probably the girl that's going to look over it because that just attention to detail, it being right in my face, I kind of am all over the place, don't see it. So I'm not your girl you want to run in the back and get you something if you are in a rush. But that's just not my deal. Another thing that's not my strong suit, you know what I'm trying to say. That's not my strong suit is being organized. I am not that very organized person. I do maintain and get by, and I am working on that just to let you know about that. But that is one of my weaknesses. So what I have learned to do and what I want you to do is delegate that. Get that off your plate. Give it to somebody else that is their strong suit. Like for instance, with the attention to detail here at my studio, as y'all see, I'm in my second home where I'm always at the pole studio. But as far as paperwork, attention to detail, schedules, getting organized, that was not my thing. I did hold on to it for the longest good 2 years of my business, if not longer. And I do still deal with a lot of that today. But I delegate a lot of that stuff now. I get that off my plate. I have an assistant who helps me now, a part-time assistant that helps out with my scheduling, my organizing, my meetings, things like that, because I can be all over the place, and organizing is not my dig, even though I am working at those things. But go ahead and get that off your plate. And I know some of y'all are thinking, because I've been there before too, I can't afford that. I can't afford to have a personal assistant or somebody to help me out with da-da-da-da. Been there, done that, my friends. There's ways around that. One of them is do some type of trade. We all have strong suits. So give them a trade, something that you're strong in. I'm strong in motivating. I'm strong in getting things going, leading good networking groups, things like that. Sometimes I have traded for my coaching skills, and I've had some people help me out with social media work. I do own a fitness studio, so I have had ladies that have come in and I've traded with them, helping me out with whether it's organizing my studio, different things like that, and I've traded them with classes. Maybe you can help somebody. Maybe you're good with organizing or cleaning or, motivating, or you own some type of service-based business that you can actually do some type of trading with someone. So just try to get that off of your plate. If you're not good at that, your energy can absolutely be used somewhere else better than just sitting there dwelling on the fact that you're not good at that task. And it's just taking up a lot of that energy that you don't need, turning it into negative energy, which we don't need. So go ahead, get that off the plate. Another thing that you can do is if you can't afford a full-time personal assistant, get a part-time personal assistant. Even if you can't get a part-time personal assistant, you can absolutely get somebody to just be an independent contractor and actually just work on whatever project it is that you're working at the time. But go ahead, get that off of your plate. It will help empower you, because my good friends, you're going to feel like that boss babe that I know that you are, by delegating that and getting that off of your plate. And the people that you are giving it to, that job to or that task to, that's going to empower them in who knows what kind of way. Whether it's they are going to get paid for that service and that is their job and you're helping them out by paying them. Or if you're just giving them the opportunity to be able to use their skills that they know how to do and actually trade for some things that you're able to help them out with. You never know. Work it out. It can be done. Get it off my plate, my good friends. So tip number 1 is absolutely getting that task away from you, delegating it, handing it off, trading the services. Get it off your plate, my friends. Just do it. You'll thank me for it. Tip number 2, I want to tell you, is to, instead of concentrating, which we're good at doing that, or at least I know I am, or used to be. Let me watch my words there. I used to sit there and I would sit there and in my head, I would just focus on what I'm not good at. I'm not a good organizer. I'm not a good at attention to detail. I'm not good with my finances. I'm not a good cook. I never said that because I am a good cook, but just whatever it is, I would just sit there and in my head and I would really focus on that. But what I want you to do is I want you to recognize what you're not good at, right? We're going to go ahead and delegate it or get it off our plate as much as possible. And then I want you to go ahead and focus on what it is that you are good at. And I want you to commit to working on that 30 minutes to 1 hour every week. That's it, out of all the hours that we have a week. Promise your girl, Mama Mia, that you're going to empower yourself to improve on the skills that you already like to do, things that you like to do. I like to motivate people. So one of my things that I'm definitely working on as we are speaking is making more content, making more videos, getting it out to people. So I'm actually working on those skills. I'm working with a coach that's helping me commit and holding me accountable to get in front of this camera and do what it is that I have to do. I'm also working on empowering myself because I'm working on better presentations for my workshops that I give. I'm doing traveling now. I want to work on my presentations and get better at that craft. So I'm empowering myself by actually studying and working on those skills. So I want you to do the same thing. What is it that you're naturally good at, that you already like to do, that you enjoy doing in your job or in your field? What is it that you can do to make that even better? So instead of focusing on what's not going right or what you're not good at, my good friends, I want you to empower yourself and I want you to go out there and I want you to rock it like a boss, 30 minutes, 1 hour every week, commit to it to work on making your craft or your talent just a little bit better, my good friends. We can all improve. Go ahead and do that. The third thing we're going to talk about today that will help turn your weaknesses in and it will help turn it around to empower you is I want you to use your story to empower others on how you were able to use your weaknesses, turn them around, because that's what we're talking about, to empower yourself or to empower others. I actually want you to get out there and tell that story, just like I'm doing with you right now. I'm letting you know, we've talked about my organizational skills and my attention to detailed skills. That's what we've been talking about in this video. But I'm actually using my story to tell you how I was able to get that off my plate, get that task done, focus on what it is that I need to do, rock it out like a boss, and pass that on to you. And yes, that is empowering me to do that, to be able to use my story to let you know that one won't, one can. I can't, they can. You can make it happen. So use your story. Share that story with someone else. Because you will empower them, you can empower them as well. You can let them know that nobody's perfect. We're all out here just trying to use the skills that we have that a good man upstairs or whomever your higher power is gave us, and we just need to help each other. And if you use those stories and actually let people know that none of us are perfect, that we all have weaknesses, but we can all overcome that. If you are able to use that story, I promise you, my good friends, that will help empower someone else. And like this title is, it will also help empower you. So go ahead and use that. Share your story with somebody else. You never know who you're going to be able to help. And my last little tip that I want to tell you here is to hire some type of coach. some type of mentor, somebody that's going to be able to help hold you accountable, who's going to be able to help you with your skills, to improve your skills that you already have, but help you improve those beyond belief and keep, because we can always grow. There's always a way to learn new things, and by hiring a coach, hiring a mentor that's letting you know that you might be weak in one area, but they are going to help empower you and help you get to the goals that you have set for yourself, my good friends. So you definitely want to get you a coach, a mentor, somebody else out there that can help hold you accountable, that can even help you out with those weaknesses. Maybe show you a tip or two that has helped them that in that area that you didn't even think about, and they might be able to tell you, and hey, you might have thought that you weren't able to be that organized and attention to detail type of chick, but boom, there you are. Because I will say, with my coach that I had, definitely helped me out and gave me tips on ways that I can help improve myself. That is why I am here talking to you today, my good friends. So there are ways that you can get out there, like I said, and use those weaknesses to empower yourself and empower others at the same time, which is absolutely a blessing. Now notice, with all of these tips that I just gave you, the one thing I don't want you to do is focus on those weaknesses. I'm not sitting here telling you that you need to study on those weaknesses and concentrate on that, and you can get out there and improve on that and make it better, even though I know that you can if that's something that you want to do, but you have to have the desire to do that. So I don't want you to focus on your weaknesses if it's not working for you, my good friends. Because our good energy, our natural gifts, our talents that we already have, that we need to get out here and rock out life like a boss, that is what we need to be focused on. Not what we're weak at, and not where we feel like we're getting drained, where our energy is getting drained. I do want to just let you know, just like I said, I'm not telling you to go out here and just ignore these weaknesses. Definitely delegate it. Definitely recognize the fact that you have these weaknesses. Get you a coach, a mentor, or somebody that can hold you accountable, either for showing you ways to delegate those tasks off, or maybe they can help you with improving those tasks. But if this is something that's making you miserable and you have no interest in doing it, don't do it, my good friends, and don't stress yourself out about it. Like I said, I have been able to improve certain things, whether it's in my organizational skills or attention to detail. Social media is another thing that I'm actually improving on. Getting out here and getting my content together, I'm improving on. But these are things that I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to improve on those things. So if you're not there yet, my friends, don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Just empower yourself to rock it out like a boss. All right, I'm done, my good friends, for Mama Mia's Motivational Monday. And remember, I believe in you, my good friends. And sometimes you have to believe in the belief that others have in you before your own belief. Let me redo that, because I just stuttered all over that. Now, remember, my good friends, I believe in you if nobody else does. And sometimes you have to believe in the belief that others have in you before your own belief kicks in. And I know you can go out there and rock it out like a boss. I want y'all to have a beautiful week, and I will see y'all next Monday for Mama Mia's Motivational Monday. Have a good week. Peace.